I'm going to ask, but this you might have already answered it. I saw Daughtry and Joseph Arlett down here. Is there any talks between the city and the federal government right now following this?
I hope so. From my conversation, it's really hard to get information. I got bits and pieces from different bastion of transparency, especially when it comes to the violence they are putting on against the immigrant community. Once again, just be clear, this has nothing to do with hardened criminals, this has nothing to do with public safety. It just does not. And what we need New Yorkers and Americans to understand is that has nothing to do with public safety. What they're doing is causing fear and chaos. We don't even know how many people are in the federal building behind us. We heard there was a mixture of people who may have been vending and people who were protesters. So there's a lot going on. Unfortunately, there might be more to come in the coming weeks. And so we're hoping, I'm speaking to elected officials and leaders to make sure that we are kind of on the same page of how we're going to push back on this.
Jumaane, is it your belief that this individual was the one that was taken into custody and was a vendor?
I don't know for sure. We're hearing a lot of mixed information. I'm even getting different numbers about who's back there. I heard it was a mix of folks. But the most disheartening thing is that if it really was in response to a social media post, it just shows how much of a simpleton this president actually is and how scary this time is. I think what I'm hoping for is in 3 months we'll have a mayor that cares a little bit more.
Finally, what's your message to greater New Yorkers, a lot of immigrants here, but you might find people not on the streets, on Canal Street, on Federal Plaza because of this, who might be scared that they might be arrested next?
Well, I can't tell them not to be afraid because this is a state, the president is trying to entrap people. We have a 34th convicted felon who is allowing state police, sanctioned police, to cause harm, assault people, and use racial profiling to just arrest whoever they want. So people have a right to be concerned. What we will say is we'll be honest about what's occurring now. And so we haven't seen people going to schools. We haven't seen people going into businesses. We want to make sure that continues. I do have a message to New Yorkers. As difficult as it may be when this happens, we don't want to give them any excuse to rain down more violence on New York City. So we're asking people, as they're protesting, as they should, as they're pushing back, do not give this president an excuse to unleash the new weapons that he just purchased, to provide more harm than he's already doing. We're going to try to be on the same page with that message. It's going to be difficult because it's going to be scary, but if we can be disciplined, make our voices heard, push back as much as possible without giving them an excuse to do more violence, I think it's the best we can do at this moment in time.